1986, Madeline joined Bill Cosby and Felicia Rashad in the cast of CBS's Cosby.
It's very refreshing to have a show that's doing this well. I've never been on television this long in my entire life.
Ladies, please, let's not get hysterical.
But ladies getting hysterical. Oh, I see. I see. This is about us being women. And this is about you not having respect for the business sense of women.
My boss is a woman.
Aha, well then I know what it is.
That's right.
It's because we happen to be black, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Work with me here, Ruth. I'm trying to keep the guy here, and I'm running out of ideas.
She didn't know why people were laughing half the time, because she was so serious. But that's what made it funny. She really believed every moment of her performance.
While shooting the second season of Cosby, Madeline was handed the script for Judy Berlin, a small independent film by first-time director Eric Mendelsohn.
She was very explicit why she agreed to do this film. Obviously it wasn't anything to do with money. She loved the script and she loved Alice Gold. She loved the character, and she wanted to make sure I did.
The spirit and the energy of the young people making the film just energized her and revitalized her, and she loved it. She was the happiest I've ever seen her.
That happiness was short-lived. While vacationing on Fire Island in September of 1998, Madeline felt bloated and uncomfortable. She and John immediately returned to the city for Madeline to see her doctor. Nothing could prepare them for the news.
They found that it was cancer and it had spread, and so they operated right away.
Madeline was diagnosed with stage 3 ovarian cancer and had an immediate hysterectomy. She told no one but her family and close friends. She began chemotherapy, but quickly decided to return to Cosby.
She came back and she finished out that season, and we understood that that wasn't necessarily the easiest thing for her to do. But she did it, and she'd come in and she'd do the work that she had to do, never complaining about anything, never complaining about fatigue. So happy to be working.
Cosby was renewed, and despite her illness, Madeline returned for the third season. She was delighted by the casting of Robert Klein as her love interest.
She said she felt fine, she was fine, everything was fine, this was a great job, and all that. But I think that she already knew that she was sick then, and as it turns out, and didn't want to say anything.
Maddie didn't really want to share the fact that she was ill. She is a very private person.
While still working on Cosby, chemotherapy ultimately made Madeline lose her hair.
She didn't just have to wear a wig, she had to put on her eyebrows and her eyelashes, draw them in very carefully when she got up in the morning.
4 episodes into the 4th season of Cosby, Madeline was forced to stop working. It was August of 1999. She would remain in the hospital until November. Her brother came to be by her side.
It's so strange that some of the best times we ever had in our entire life together was in that hospital room, just sitting together.
He just treated her like he was her father, you know, that she never had.
You go through this terrible process, and you know someone so intimately that way. And then at the end, then you should have the rest of your life kind of to enjoy the fruits of this hard process. And in this case, I don't.
After a 10-year committed relationship, Madeline and John decided it was time to get married.
I asked her in the hospital, and she said to me, she said, gee, I must be very sick if you're asking me to get married. And I said, no, that's not why. So she said yes.
They got married in Madeline's hospital room on October 10th, 1999, with just her brother Jeff and the minister in attendance. On November 4th, Madeline went public with her battle.
She wanted to use this event as something that was just not going to draw attention to her, but something that was going to give back to people, to raise their consciousness and awareness of a disease that is undetectable until it's almost too late.
I kind of was in denial, and I was like, no, she'll be fine. She's going to get better. And I think she was too.
She became like a samurai. She just was going to fight this. She was not going to back down.
I really always thought that she would make it because she was such a fighter.
She fought to her very last breath.
Madeline lost her battle on December 3rd, 1999.
All I could think about was Madeline as pure light. I remember feeling light has returned to light.
I wish I could have maybe made her laugh in the late stage of stuff, but that's not the way she wanted it. And my goodness, when you're fading, you should at least be able to choose how you do it. And I guess she did that with the same dignity and privacy that she did everything else.
Bill announced to the writers that the next show would be a tribute to Madeline.
Loving Madeline aired on December 29th at the request of Bill Cosby.
He said, and no, we will not be replacing Madeline because Madeline cannot be replaced. And there'll be no explanation of her absence. Everyone carries her inside. Everyone loves her. Her dressing room was left intact.
The entire time Madeline was sick, Judy Berlin had been making the rounds at film festivals.
I said, oh, Madeline, you know, we had a great time at this festival, and I have to tell you, they were screaming for you. And she said, oh, you know, it's great, because sometimes I remember that while I'm here in my little dark space, I'm attached to this big bright light called Judy Berlin, and it's going around the world to festivals, and I'm so proud of my performance.
Who's your best lady, Art?
I'll be home later.
Now, come on, Art.
What?
Come on, who's your best lady?
You are.
Oh, come on, for real.
Oh, for Christ. My best lady? Oh, Mrs. Wasserman across the street.
Oh, you are so mean. Oh, my paramour.
I'll be home later.
She said, that's how I wanted to represent myself.
The premiere of Madeline's final film was held on February 24th, 2000.
The producers of the film wanted to honor Madeline Kahn, so they decided to dedicate the premiere of Judy Berlin to the Ovarian Cancer Research Fund in memory of Madeline Kahn to help really realize her dream of advancing research.
Cast members, Madeline's friends, family, and celebrities were out in full force for Judy Berlin's poignant premiere.
Well, Madeline Kahn, we worship you, we worship you. We still do.
I just think she's so talented and so wonderful at what she does.
She doesn't skip a beat.
Her Marlene Dietrich song in Blazing Saddles is about as good as anything anybody ever did.
Throughout the star-studded celebration, the message was not lost.
Ovarian cancer is one of the most difficult diseases to detect because there is no effective method of early detection. There is no equivalent to a mammogram, to a pap test. Bloating, abdominal swelling, fatigue, symptoms that women experience on a daily basis makes the disease so challenging to diagnose.
Madeline's legacy lives on in her classic body of work. John and Jeff have adopted a bench in the Central Park she loved. The plaque reads, "In loving memory of Madeline Kahn." A gala celebration of her life was held at Lincoln Center, and the memories will always remain in the hearts of those who loved her.
She's one of those special people that can make you laugh and can make things magical.
She appreciated every moment in life.
God decided to create Madeline Kahn.
I just don't think that she ever realized what she meant to the world.
Madeline Kahn was an icon.
You race over all the memories.
You wish you could just recapture all those times.
She was able to be Madeline Kahn.
I miss her. There is not a day or a week or something when something doesn't remind me of her takeoff, you know, her nasality, and or her true. You know, you think you'd cry because she's dead and she saw you, but you laugh. You laugh, you scream.
It takes a unique combination of talent and drive and luck to be a successful performer. And Madeline had those three things. And she used to say, it's an accident that I'm here, that I've had this long career with so many different aspects to it, with music and film and television and the stage. It's not luck that you're talented enough to do all these things and that you've worked hard enough to make yourself available for them.
She never said it, but she could have said to people, you ain't seen nothing yet.